I'll try to do a continuance.
Good morning, please be seated. Ms. Merrifield.
Morning, Your Honor. I only have one left on the docket. Bernie Merrifield on behalf of Dwayne Newman. It's 25 CF 1957. There is a waiver on file. As the court may recall, we set this one for plea or continue. Mr. Gomez and I have conducted depositions. There's potentially one other deposition, but some complications that are making it a little difficult to bring it in for a resolution. We are working on it, so I'd be requesting a continuance to the next cycle to give us an opportunity to continue working those issues.
All right.
No objection from the state, Your Honor. Ms. Merrifield and I have been in pretty extensive discussions in trying to resolve this. So.
Just a second for some reason. Gotta love technology.
It's a Monday, Judge.
It is a Monday. There we go. Say again the defendant's name, please.
It's Newman, N-E-U-M-A-N-N, in 25 CF 1957.
So full cycle continues to July, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good.
And what was that date, Judge?
7/13.
13? Thank you. And then, Judge, it's also showing that I'm still attorney of record for Eileen Smith. That was a case that I had jointly with Ms. Oberleisen. We were allowed to withdraw on pretrial and submitted an order. I don't believe I've seen the signed order come back through the portal.
see if we can get that. What were you saying about Monday?
All day, Judge. And I think Ms. Everlyson submitted the order.
All right, say again the full case number.
It's Eileen Smith, and let me see if I can track that case number down, Judge. Ms. Leone, do you happen to have that number?
It's 24 CF 2848.
2848.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
CF 2848.
Yes.
It was originally a Crestview case.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I don't see an order through the portal to me yet. And that's Eileen Smith, right?
Yes, sir, it is. I can certainly have that order resubmitted through the portal, Judge.
It was submitted to Ms. Natalia, May 11th.
Through the portal or?
No, sir, through email. I can send you through the portal.
Okay. And with that withdrawal, what's the status of the case then?
Your Honor, Ms. Smith indicated that she was hiring another attorney. The court set the case for trial and told the defendant to have an
That's
attorney
right.
present.
Is the defendant present?
I don't see her, Your Honor.
Issue a capias.
Judge, I don't believe I have anything further this morning.
Okay. You do.
Actually, Judge, can Mr. Snell and I approach briefly?
Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Man, I got this. Let's run.
All right. Mr. Stewart.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
May it please the court, Brad Stewart present. The first client I have on the court's docket is Mary Ellen Davis. Judge, this is 25 CF 2170. Ms. Davis is present before the court, Judge. I do need to continue this. We anticipated resolving this today, Judge. We anticipate this will be a plea to a misdemeanor. Would the court prefer a misdemeanor written plea or on a felony written plea in absentia?
If it's to the misdemeanor only, then we'll take the written plea, whichever's most expeditious. Is it going to be supervision JCS? Is that the idea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
So instead of a PTI, it's going to be a plea?
Correct.
Yes, Your Honor. We kind of extended two different options with that, and so I think they're choosing to go with the misdemeanors, and that's kind of where we're at with that.
Yes, sir, I'll take the written plea.
Very good, Judge. Hey, Judge, if, I do need to continue this one cycle, we'll go ahead and get that.
Objections to the continuance?
No objections from the state, Your Honor.
All right, 7:13.
Your Honor, my next client is Justin Hicks. This is 25 CF 1925. We need to continue this, Judge. The state just obtained some additional evidence, and need to take a look at that. We anticipate resolution next cycle.
That's correct, Your Honor. There was some Walmart surveillance from the outside. Normally they're really quick about getting us the inside, but we've just gotten the outside. I reviewed it actually this morning. We're going to be getting that over to Mr. Stewart, and then I'm going to sit down. I believe this will be ready to resolve before that 7/13 date, so we'll probably try to put it on one of the miscellaneous dates, just to keep you aware.
Your Honor, my next client is James Kletheimer, Judge. This is 25 CF
All right, so
1824.
continued to 7:13. Let's be sure Madam Clerk has her minutes correct.
My apologies.
Kletheimer?
Yes, Your Honor. My next case is James Kletheimer. This is 25 CF 1824 for the record. Your Honor, I do have a executed deferred prosecution agreement. Does the court have any objection to me turning this in at this point?
No, sir.
Madam Clerk? May I approach?
Granted.
Your Honor, my next case is Miss Mandy Munsey. This is 25 CF 2138. Miss Munsey is present before the court. And Your Honor, as Miss Munsey approaches, if I may pause for a moment.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, Ms. Munsey is prepared to tender a plea of no contest as charged, with the understanding there will be adjudication, there will be placed on 10 years of supervision, 615 court cost, no trespass at Southern Vacation Rental, place of business, no contact with the victim, Southern Vacation Rentals, maintain gainful employment. Judge, there's $65,515.17 in restitution to Travelers Insurance Company. We're reserving jurisdiction on additional restitution to Southern Vacation Rentals. It's early termination after 5 years of completion of all requirements. Judge, I'm requesting to waive the cost of supervision based on the amount of restitution that is owed in this particular matter. Your Honor, may I approach?
Granted.
Mr. Stewart, do you have an extra plea, or can I take one of that one? Sorry,
Ms. Munsey, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, and you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Stewart said, and you signed the written plea form he's given me?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
47.
How much education do you have?
High school?
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what Mr. Stewart announced, what you read in the plea form.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes, sir.
And that says to me that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to prove your guilt on these charges to the jury, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to present that evidence to the jury and convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt of these charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you will be adjudicated guilty of these charges?
Yes, sir.
and you will be sentenced to 10 years of probation with the fees and costs. You can't return to the place of business, no contact with the folks there. Part of this deal is that you must seek employment and that you must pay the restitution, and that there will be a reservation of jurisdiction. How long are we reserving jurisdiction, Mr. Stewart, for the restitution, considering the complexity of the restitution in this case?
Do a year.
I think 12 months would be appropriate.
We've been in contact with the attorney for Southern, and he's double checking some things, but I don't anticipate there will be an extra amount. We just want to reserve just in case.
Okay. And so the restitution stated there may be additional restitution. If there's a dispute about that, then your lawyer will ask to set a hearing. We'll have an evidentiary hearing where the court will decide the amount of restitution. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And if you've paid everything and completed all the conditions, then you may terminate your supervision after 5 years. And I'll grant the request to waive the cost of supervision so the defendant can commit all of her resources to the payment of restitution. Are the fines, fees, and costs proper, Madam Clerk?
515, Your Honor.
So you listed as 6, it's 515, Mr. Stewart.
Thank you, Madam.
No. With all of that, has Mr. Stewart answered all of your questions about this plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with how Mr. Stewart has represented you in this
Yes,
case? And Mr. Stewart, any score sheet objections?
No objections, Judge.
All right. Now, the court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea with the adjudication. Thank you. Step this way, please, Ms. Muny.
Your Honor, the final client that I have on the court's docket is Ms. Holly Martin. This is 25 CF 1019 and 25 CF 1029.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the court set this for status for purposes of today. Would ask the court sound the courtroom for Ms. Martin.
Holly Martin, are you present? Holly Martin.
Stay with the case, Katie, Your Honor.
Madam Clerk, issue no bond cases.
Request that reflect over counsel's objection, Judge, please.
Vehement objection noted for the record.
Very good. Your Honor, that's all I have before the court. May I be excused?
Thank you. Good day.
Thank you.
Mr. Nopes, you're here for whom?
Yes, sir. I've got Ryan Lewis,
And what's that
24.
case number, Mr. Nopes?
24 CF 2709.
2709.
Yes, sir. Judge, the state, I was out of town this weekend. The state did email me a new updated offer on Friday. I just need to meet with my client and discuss the same with him. I believe it will be resolved. If I could just continue the matter.
State.
That's correct, Your Honor. And I have no objection to a continuance. I anticipate we'd probably try to get it in, Marty, on like a, if we can, on one of the miscellaneous dates for entry.
Use that microphone, please, Mr. Gomez.
I anticipate that we continue to 7/13, but I anticipate that we'll get it in on a miscellaneous date for a plea before then.
So if you get an agreement, Mr. Nopes, let's set it early instead of waiting until 7/13, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right?
Judge, the other case I've got is Harley Basin, 24 CF 2051. Judge, I don't know if she's present or not.
Harley Faison. And this was supposed to be here on a renewed PTI, correct?
Judge, that's what I had anticipated, but then she contacted me via my cell phone, via text, telling me that she was not going to accept that, and I told her to immediately call and set an appointment with my office for her and I to have a conversation. She never did that. She then contacted me on Sunday via cell, telling me that she had visitation with her child today, and I needed to excuse her from court today, and I told her I didn't have the authority to excuse her. I will also tell the court that based upon her not following previous direction from me, I did file a motion to withdraw on Friday. It's just not worth all the effort.
All right. State?
Yes. You know, I understand that she's in communication with him, but he advised her that she needed to be in court today, and she's not, so the state would request the capias.
I guess my only concern is if the defendant what was the defendant's excuse, Mr. Nopes?
She said that she had court-ordered visitation with the child today, and that that's what she was planning on spending her time doing. And I do understand that, Judge. I'm very sympathetic to that. However,
is it a dependency case, or is it a?
Judge, I don't know for certain.
You understand the court's concern. If we're asking her to come here or to violate her dependency case and possibly face failure in her case plan, the court's uncomfortable. You see where I'm coming from, Mr. Nopes?
Yes, sir.
So what I'll do is I'll withhold the capias until you explore that issue. If this is simply her regular scheduled visitation, then I will issue the capias. If she's under a CP case and there's a case plan and this is her ordered time sharing, then I'm not going to issue capias. I'll reset the case. But y'all are going to have to tell me that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not willing to issue a capias if she's got a court-ordered visitation and I'm forcing her to choose to come here or violate her case plan. That's just not fair.
Yes, sir. Judge, I do believe there is a dependency case, honestly, based upon the allegations in this case, but I haven't, it's tough for me to see stuff like that if I'm not.
You can't see it because you're not her counsel.
Right.
I wonder if Ms. Jacob's not here, so she probably has the RCC, right? Okay.
I would.
All right, well, just let me know. We'll withhold the capias this time. If it is a CP case, then we'll just reset it for the next cycle. Well, actually, what we'll do, let's set it for status on the first miscellaneous date in June, Madam Clerk.
June 11th, Your Honor.
All right.
June what?
June 11, Mr. Nopes?
Yes, sir.
And we'll set that at 9 o'clock.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
And, all right.
Have a great day.
All right, y'all too.
Bye-bye.
All right, and Mr. Rivas' office with Emmanuel Rodriguez Espinosa, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And good morning. First, Mr. Rivas, I apologize for the confusion last Thursday. I'm not sure why. I guess it was last Monday. I apologize. Why there was confusion about the Zoom appearance, and that's the reason I'm going ahead and pulling you in now. What's the status on this case, please?
Your Honor, and then because there was a capias, my client is here with me at the office today, so you can see him too.
There was no capias.
Oh, okay, I thought there was.
No capias was issued, because I saw that you had said to appear, and Mrs. Natali said that my JA said that there was some issue with you getting into the Zoom, so I did not. I simply set it today for status.
Okay, great, Judge. And then for the record, a couple things. This is the Rivas Law Firm. My name is Jose Rodriguez. I'm the attorney handling the case for the Rivas law firm. Mr. Rivas is not here, but I'm covering the case. I've been on once before on Zoom with you. There's also issues with the time zone that happened to me as well one time when I logged in, not realizing there's a time zone difference. So I apologize.
We are the other part of Florida.
I don't get up there too much, as you can see, Judge, so pardon my ignorance with that. But anyway, Judge, I spoke with the state after that. She was super gracious. She called us, let us know what was going on. She immediately sent us an offer. We are mitigating. We sent some mitigation. We're waiting for his psychosexual evaluation. I hope to have that soon to send it over. And I asked her also to keep an open mind so we can try and negotiate a little better offer for him. He's here. He's been residing in Orlando. He comes out to the office at least once a month. He's been in good contact, and he has his ankle monitor on. So we have no issues with this client whatsoever. And he's staying put until this is resolved, Judge. So I asked for, I think we could maybe call it a final continuance because it looks like we're trying to wrap it up or decide where we're going to go if it doesn't resolve. But we have an offer. I'm going to go over it with him today since he's here. But I anticipate that he would want us to mitigate it further. It calls for some prison time.
Ms. Leone.
Yeah, no objection, Your Honor, to set it for the next pretrial.
Okay, we'll set it for 7/13. If you get a resolution sooner, you can reach out to Ms. Leone. She knows my schedule, and we can set it on an intervening date so you don't have to wait till 7/13, okay?
Very well, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all for us today, Judge, unless there's a surprise on your docket, which I'm not aware
I'm
of.
aware of, Madam Clerk. Anything else for the Rivas Law Firm?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Rodriguez. Good day.
Thank you too, sir. Have a great day. Thank you, Ms. Loney.
All right, Mr. Gates.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Gates.
Your Honor, President Court is on loan son. It's case number 2024 CF 1157. She had previously entered into a PTI agreement, has been unable to complete some of the monetary terms, and then her 12 hours of community service. I've talked with Mr. Snell, and we're going to, with the court's permission, move this to July 13th, and we believe all of the conditions and requirements will be completed by then.
State?
That's correct, yes, sir.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Gates.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, I'm also handling a case for Ms. Reed and for Mr. Cotton. Mr. Cotton's case is Mark Pesce, P-E-S-C-E. It's 2025 CF 1624. I believe Mr. Gomez can speak to this.
Yes, Your Honor. I was talking with Mr. Cotton about this case. We've determined that the best route forward would be a pay and dismiss. I will be getting with Mr. Cotton to file a stipulated restitution order, so then that way he can go and pay the clerk's office, and once I get receipt of that payment, it will be dismissed. So if we can set this for 7/13, but it should be off the docket well before that.
Status on 7/13.
And then, Your Honor, I have a case for Cassie Reed. It's Claudio Solano Olasoga, 2025 CF 497 and 2025 CF 498. Mr. Snell has an announcement for the court.
So we had set today for a status so that the restitution amount and the address and where it was payable could be filed with the clerk's office, and we've done that. So that's en route. I've approved that this morning, and I have a hard copy of it with me.
Okay, so status on the PAD on 7/13 is what we're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
Anything else for Mr. Gates?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Patel.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Patel.
First case I have on the docket, Jay Patel and Tim Shaw on behalf of Anthony Ewell, 24 CF 797. I believe the state has an announcement.
Yes, Your Honor, the state will be dismissing the charges. However, I would prefer to do it in writing and file it with the court.
All right. So we'll set this for status on 7/13.
Yes, Your Honor, I should file it by the end of the day tomorrow.
All right, very good.
Next, Judge Jay Patel on behalf of Daniel Stacy, 25 CF 568. If Mr. Snell and I can approach.
Yes, sir.
Fight fire with fire, take one. Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working. Whoa. Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
DOC on 7/13.
And finally, Judge Jay Patel on behalf of Sharon Potter, 25 CF 1861. I think we've done everything for the PTI. So perhaps, I don't know if the court's inclined to just set it for a court date for control, but the state signed it, my client signed it and met with PTI.
Madam Clerk?
Has the PTI been filed already?
I don't think so.
Because I don't see it, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll just set it for PTI status on 7/13.
And then, as I understand it, once it's filed, then it will just drop off the docket.
That's the aspirational goal.
Understood. I'll be here on July 13th regardless. Thank you, Judge.
Well,
Mann.
if you look at the docket and it is off, engage with Mrs. Natali and we'll try and get it off the docket, okay?
Yes,
If
Judge.
the PTI is filed before then, engage with Ms. Natali and we'll try to work to get it off, okay?
Yes, sir. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Patel.
Thank you.
Ms. Oberleson. God bless you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Seems
Good
to be
morning.
the
Once
morning
again,
of,
Ms. Oberleson.
seems to be the morning of good news. I'm here on State of Florida versus Eugene Hayslip, 25 CF 579. I have an executed plea agreement with fingerprints, if I may approach.
Granted.
Is that a probation plea? It's for JCS probation. Thank you.
Hayslip.
I
Do you
don't
have
think
that
it was
on
on the docket, I think,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, the court's
I don't
always
see it
open
on
for a
the
plea.
docket, but
Okay. So, Madam Clerk, it's not, so you're just tendering the written plea agreement, it's not on the docket today?
Sure.
Okay, perfect.
The court's always open for a plea, right, Judge?
Absolutely. It used to be the joke with Judge Maney, right? County court was always open. That's before that, when we had the 3 terms of circuit court, you know, it was only 3 terms of the year. He always used to joke, county court's open every day.
Your Honor, the next case I have is State of Florida versus Simpson, 26 CF 165. Mr. Snell and I have reached an agreement, and this will be a written plea that I will submit to the court.
So we just should continue that just for status then? Is
Yes,
that
Your
what-
Honor.
Okay, so we'll set that for status on 7/13 for the written plea.
Thank you, Your Honor. And if Mr. Snell and I can approach on my last case, State of Florida versus Wood, 25 CF 53.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
The last cases that I have are I represent the victim in the Donahue case. I believe when Mr. Powell gets here, we're going to address those.
All right.
Anything else, Madam Clerk? Thank you so much.
All right, Ms. Dudley, are you back? No, okay. Mr. Shaw? Good morning, Mr. Shaw.
If I may, Judge, I'm covering Mr. Flowers as well this morning.
Yes, sir.
Call his cases first. And it may have fallen off the docket. Frederick Vaughn, which is 25 CF 489. My understanding is that's a PTI. State should have it or may have already turned it in.
Madam Clerk?
I'm looking at her.
Vaughn, V-A-U-G-H.
Yes, sir, we have it. It was filed on May 12th.
All right, done.
Thank you, Judge. Next case was Tiffany Nicole McCullough. That's 25 CF 1863. And my understanding is that was going to be a no-price McCullough.
No, there was 2 cases that I was unable to get the victims on it. I just knew it was more time. This is one of those cases. We have not received personally any requests to drop charges, so I want to make sure that I get up with the victim before I do something like that. So if we can continue this at 7:13, I anticipate it will be resolved before then. I just didn't have, I wasn't able to actually get up with the victim.
All right, 7:13.
And just so the judge is aware, the court's aware, this case, there's also some misdemeanor cases that each party was charged, the victim and the McCullers, and they agreed at that time to dismiss all these. So I think that's what.
Okay.
I think that's what's going on. Judge, I have Javon Otis Mello, 24 CF 2659. Mr. Mello is in court on his way down. Judge, State and I thought we had this worked out. There was a little glitch in actually the statute number we were trying to work with. So we'll ask the court to put it on July 13th one last time. It'll be trial or worked out. We anticipate it could be submitted by a written plea prior to the July 13th date.
That's correct, Your Honor.
If not, we'll have it on trial docket.
Right, because of the age of the case. So
Right.
expect a plea on 7/13. If not, then a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you very much.
Judge, the last case I have is Velasquez Bermudez is the last name, 25 CF 147. I believe the state is attempting to contact the victim in that case, who we believe to be out of the country. But I think
We just need to move it to 7:13, Your Honor, and
Okay, I'm confused because last time we were here, I thought we were talking about a PTI.
that's what,
and then
just
it's
I had a little contact issues with my alleged victim. From what I understand, she left, her mother was in the hospital in Saudi Arabia and had to leave the country for a period of time, and I'm trying to get that situated.
Okay, and so we're still looking at the PTI. The question is, you've got to confirm that with the victim.
Correct.
Or it could be a dismissal if the victim's not coming back, Judge. And that's my understanding. The victim's not intending to come back to the state.
All right, right, so 7:13.
Thank you, Judge. I believe that's all I have.
Madam Clerk, anything else from Mr. Shaw?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shaw. Good day. Mr. Lupella.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sean Lapella for the record. I've got 3 cases, and I'm also covering for Mr. Chris Garrett. So I don't forget, I'd like to address that case first. The name of the client is Michael Svoliantipolios, 25 CF 1712, Svoleant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't think I pronounced it right at all. Mr. Garrett's indicated that it was set for plea or continuance today. He was not able to reach an agreement for today, needs more time, so he'd request a continuance to the next cycle.
No objection.
All right, 7:13.
Thank you, Your Honor. My first case on the docket is Julie Pace. It was set for status today as well.
What's the case number?
I don't have, let's see.
Your Honor, it is 25 CF 1871.
1871?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Julie Lynn Pace, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
And Your Honor, the state is going to be requesting a continuance on this one. This is the other victim that I was not able to get up with, but I anticipate if we can set it for 7:13, I will have the opportunity to speak with them. There's just a very big discrepancy in the restitution amount between what I saw on the body camera and what was claimed, and so I need to have a discussion with them.
Defense stipulates, Your Honor.
All right, continue to 7:13.
Thank you. The next matter I have is Ansel Sterling. Mr. Sterling is present. Mr. Sterling?
In that case number?
It's 24 CF 2653. Your Honor, we, at the last court date at the pretrial, we announced we'd set this on the trial docket. In the interim, I've spoken with the state, spoken with the client, and I believe we've got a new offer in the case that we'll need to be able to evaluate fully. The new offer does involve Mr. Sterling being registering as a sex offender. In order to evaluate that offer properly, we need to evaluate his living conditions, his living locations, residency, and all those things. It requires some time. I do believe that there's a good likelihood that this is going to resolve the case, this new offer. However, I need more time to be able to review it with my client, so I'd ask that it be set on the next available pretrial.
No objection, Your Honor.
I guess the court's only concern is this is kind of been where we've been 2 separate cycles now, right? The last cycle, we had a new discovery exhibit listing a new witness, which was, my understanding was, I don't think, was the defense's issue, that was the state's issue. And we set the trial this cycle, and now we're continuing the case again, and this is a November of 24 arrest. So I guess that's the court's concern at this point in time. So, I mean, if y'all approach.
Yes.
I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
What was the date, Your Honor?
It's 3:22 at 5:22 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. All right. Talk to you. Last matter I have is Manuel Urbina Tercero with Mr. Snell. Case number is,
I think it's 25 CF 2425, is that right?
beat me to it, Judge, yes. That is correct. I'm going to write those numbers down in my notes from here on out. Judge, it was set for status today. I was working with Mr. Snell on it. We just weren't able to get it resolved in the time frame that we had. Ideally, what we'd like to do in this case is work out a plea arrangement that could be done as a plea in absentia that would require the state to concede a felony to a misdemeanor. That's what we're working towards and try to resolve it. So we would ask for more time to do so if the state doesn't object.
I don't have an objection.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body BLT here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative.
All right, so
health
7:13.
store. If you're interested in
And that's all I have, Your Honor.
Anything else from
stop
Mr.
by.
DePellino?
We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by
Or
and
Mr.
let
Rare.
us help
Okay.
you be
All right,
healthy.
thank you. Mr.
Thank you,
Durrell.
Judge.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Fresh Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero
Your Honor.
buy or sell a
Good
home,
morning,
they
Mr.
receive
Durrell.
a check from
May it
Home
please the
Stimulus.
court, Dustin Durrell.
Check out
Your Honor, I have Mr.
Heroes
Timothy
for
Rawlings,
more.
25 CF 2324. Your Honor, I've been in discussions with the state. I've provided them some documentation. I believe we are close to resolving this with a PTI offer. I would request one final continuance, and hopefully we can get all that PTI paperwork in before we even get close to the next court date.
For more than 70 years,
State.
the sweet aroma of the Crestvew's Coney Island burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not
All right,
experienced the
7:13.
unique flavor of
Thank you, Your Honor.
Crestvew's Coney Island's burgers
I believe
and
that's
hot
the only one
dogs,
I had today, Your
I
Honor.
encourage you to
I
join
do know
us
Ms.
for
Dudley is
lunch.
currently in front of Judge
Monday
Reed.
through
She-
Thursday
Yes,
from
I have
10
that
a.m.
on my
till
notes.
3
Okay,
p.m.
perfect.
Friday from
Thank you very
10
much,
a.m.
Your Honor.
till
All right,
4
thank
p.m.
you. Mr. Mikaviticus?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I'm here in the state of Florida versus Rivera Soto. He's in custody. We're asking for a continuance.
That's 25 CF 1147, right?
Yes, sir.
No, not this time. All right. And so you need a continuance, is that right?
That's right, Your Honor.
I guess what my notes are showing that we discussed on 1147, the pick and go with 35 jurors was what we discussed last week, so at pretrial.
Your Honor, unfortunately, I wasn't privy to that. Mr. Rowe, who was here, no longer works for my office. I talked to Mr. Snell this morning. Apparently, he has some additional documents to get him that this may be a pay, what do you call it, a pay and
dismiss.
So if we could continue it, or Mr.
And
Snell give
Saturday
you those
from
documents and the terms of the pay and dismiss, that would be great.
That's correct, Your Honor. We had those discussions earlier, and I'd also talked to Mr. Rowe about that possibility after court last week. So this is a situation where we need a little more time, and I believe we can resolve this without a trial.
Okay. And so you think a full continuance, and then you can advance it if you reach agreement?
I believe that's realistic.
Okay. And I know you don't know our schedule, Mr. Snell does, so if you reach an agreement, I've got several dates during the month that we can take a plea anytime, so you don't have to wait for the full continuance to get it resolved.
Very good, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll continue it to 7/13, and once again, if you reach an agreement, just reach out and we'll set it. Anytime I'm here, anytime I got a clerk, I'll take a plea.
Okay, that's very good to know. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Anything else for you today?
I don't believe so.
Madam Clerk? And the only reason I'm asking is we had some issues with the docket, and I'm just confirming sometimes my docket and their docket aren't the same, so.
Very good.
We're good?
We're good, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much.
All
Safe
right.
journey back.
Appreciate that, Your Honor.
All right, good day.
Have a nice day.
All right. Mr. Gillespie, who are you here for today?
Morning, Judge. I'm here for Scott Neal.
And who's
I
representing?
believe the PD, Mr. Cochran's on that case.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I ask that we address this in a few minutes? My client lives out of state, and there was some confusion. He hasn't gotten here. He didn't come, but I sent him the Zoom link, so he's going to be getting on Zoom. I'm just wondering if Mr. Gillespie could wait about 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, I have no problem. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, if that's okay, and then I'll come back and just handle some emails while I'm here. This is, Zoom's good, so.
Okay, all
I
right,
should be
sir.
done.
We'll
Thank
let you
you.
know when they log in.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Mr. Powell, did I see you here?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir.
Dixie Dan Powell on behalf of Zumu Zo, case number 2026 CF 130. We kept this on docket day to see, I think my distinguished co-counsel, we call him the criminal law professor, is thinking there was going to be an announcement of a dismissal or something worked out to where.
I'd be glad to work something, maybe we can explore PTI, but it wasn't nothing to just be a
Yeah,
dismissal.
what I mean. Do you want to?
So just move it down the road and we come We'll either do a
Check
phone
with
conference or we'll meet in person, either one.
All right, and so if that happens, then you can, I'll set it for 7/13. If that happens, you can advance it to any date, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
So we'll leave set for when?
7/13, which is pretrial next cycle. And if you reach an agreement, then we can put it on for any date.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Powell.
Okay.
Good day.
Bye.
All right, Mr. Neal, just a second for Mr. Gillespie to get back. We'll leave you in the, just mute yourself until we're ready for you, okay? All right, PD, any that we can take care of real quickly for you?
I got two in the gallery that I can continue if that's all right now.
Yes, sir.
First, I have Mr. Brian McKinney, 26 CF 0454. Your Honor, we're still working on terms. I think we're pretty close. I'm going to ask you to continue this to 7/13. Mr. Gomez is in here.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah.
No objection, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, my software took a hiccup. What's the case number again, please?
It's 26 CF 0454.
All right, Brian Randall, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Brian Randall McKinney?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so full cycle continuance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what's the status of the case? Because we had any...
Right now, it's a DOC offer. We're exploring a non-DOC offer. We're just trying to work out some terms.
Okay. All right, continued to 7/13.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, you're good.
Which one? That's one.
Your Honor, next I have Mr. Derek Newman, 25 CF 0982 and 25 CF 2188. Your Honor, I just got a new offer this weekend. I need to discuss with my client. But we would ask for one final continuance to July 13.
Yeah, that, we had set it today for status because, and said that it was continued to 7/13 if you didn't have an agreement. So it'll be trial certain in July if you don't plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Is Mr. I don't think Mr. Gillespie. Give me one second. Your Honor, we have Mr. Neil Scott, or Scott Neal appearing via Zoom, case number 22 CF 0586. Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Gillespie has offered an offer that Mr. Neal is going to accept. If that is still open, Mr. Gillespie.
The last offer, yes, was it was a deferred prosecution agreement for $5,000 essentially. I've talked with the victim and they were okay with this agreement. Well, I say they're okay. They were made aware of it. They're okay with it in that regard. It's still available if he would like to execute it. It can be completed, DPA completed upon completion of, I believe, the payment. Let me pull it back up. I didn't know he was going to accept that. I don't know if Mr. Gomez has a copy there present, but if he's willing to accept that, I can potentially leave it open till Friday and maybe have it accepted then, or sometime this week.
Can he fill that paperwork out through email?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll have to double check.
Can we leave it set for Friday for status? So to make sure this paperwork is signed?
And I'll try to get it in earlier than that if possible.
Your Honor, I have a copy of the DPI I will send over to Mr. Neal and see if we can't get it signed before court's out today.
Perfect. If not, we've got Thursday.
All right, yes, Your Honor.
I don't want to plug Friday up because that's really our jury trial management day. So if you can't get it done, then you can ask that it be set on Thursday to pull it in.
Perfect, Your Honor.
Okay?
Mr. Neal, I'll be
Thank
emailing
you.
you some paperwork.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gillespie. Good day.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me appear via Zoom. Have a good day.
Absolutely, sir. Good day. Ms. Yeski.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have Ashley Peters in the gallery. This is case 26 CF 299. We've come to a resolution in this case. It will be for dismissal of count 1, plea to count 2, which is a first-degree misdemeanor, adjudication of guilt, credit time served, court costs, and the $150 cost of defense. The signed agreement just needs to be signed by the state.
Yes. All right. If you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can put your hand down. You heard what Ms. Yeski said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by this plea agreement that you're pleading no contest to the misdemeanors that were announced?
Yes, sir, I do.
And Madam Clerk, what are the proper fines, fees, and costs?
It'd be $270 in court costs with a $150 cost of defense, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And that you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt.
Yes, sir.
You'll be adjudicated guilty, and your credit for time served with the fees and costs that were announced. And I'll provide you a year to get those things paid.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Yeski, answer all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
Satisfy what she's done for you.
Yes, sir, I do.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. Thank you. If you'll step this way, please. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Next on the docket, I have Mikkel Payton. He was here earlier. I waived his appearance, working with the state.
Your Honor, this time the state is going to announce a small cross in this case.
Payton. All right.
This is 25 CF 2199.
Right. State announces a no pros.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Case is no prost.
That's on the gallery for now.
Judge, may I address G and Isabel, 25 CF 2004. We were set over today as a PTI status. Isabel, you are Isabel.
Right.
Now, I received the document this morning. I would waive client's appearance. She's at work this morning. If we could set a control date for entry of the PTI.
When you want to do that, Mr. McKinney?
Judge, we could set that on Thursday if the court wishes. I have the document at this point.
Okay, so we'll set it on 5, that's 21.
Yes, sir. The remaining matters I still have to work on for a minute.
Okay. All right, well, we'll take a 10-minute comfort break at this time to give you a chance to get everybody organized. When we get back, let's get the folks who can come out the quickest ready so we can move them on out of the courtroom and be done. And Ms. Oberleson, you're waiting for Bhopal, is that right?
He's here speaking with his client, so when he comes back in, I think we have this.
Perfect, very good. So we'll take 10 minutes at this time. If you get done sooner, let me know. Or if you need more time, let the bailiff know, and he'll let me know.
Thank you, Judge.
10 minutes.
All right.
10 minutes.
We'll be in until 2 p.m.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is after you look at that, then talk with the state.
Yes, sir.
And let's see which one case we're looking at trying. I want to be thoughtful of the public's resources, and if the toxicology has travel, that's an expense for everybody, depending on which case we'll try. So y'all work those details out and be
Yes, sir.
prepared to let the court know so that the state doesn't issue that if we're going to try the other case. Does that make sense?
Your Honor, what are the trial dates for the next cycle?
The next cycle, the trial periods are, and Madam Clerk, you're going to have to help me here, but I believe pretrial is the 13th, docket day is the 20th. Our 2 trial periods are 27 July and 3 August. Correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. I'll review everything and I'll get with the state and we'll get it figured out.
All right. Continue to 7/13 with the understanding that y'all will work together to figure out which one's going to be trial certain, okay?
Your Honor, next I have is Aslan McClendon at 25 CF 330. Can we leave that set for Thursday morning for a plea? Mr. Gomez has given me an offer. Then we got it nailed down, and Mr. McClendon has indicated that it's something he's willing to do. So we can leave him on for Thursday morning for a plea.
No objection from the state, Your Honor. I've spoken with Ms. Dudley about that. No objection from the state, Your Honor. I've spoken with Ms. Dudley about that. Sorry, I want to make sure that was in the mic.
All right, so change your plea on Thursday, is that
Yes, Your
right?
Honor. Yes, sir.
All right.
And next I have is Javice Thomas in 25 CF 1909. They will set plea or continue. We ask for a continuance. We will be filing a written plea agreement for misdemeanor.
That's correct.
I did discuss that with Mr. Snell this morning.
So continued, but the anticipation is as a written plea agreement in absentia, is that right?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, very good.
And I believe that's all I have.
Madam Clerk, anything else for Ms. Dudley?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Dudley. Mr. Powell.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Powell.
Bo Powell on behalf of Danielle Donahue. Ms. Donahue's present, approaching.
And what's that case number?
It's case number 25 CF 834 and 25 CF 1267. Judge, we've reached a negotiated agreement.
Mr. Powell, do you have a PTA agreement?
I do.
I need this and take a picture of it as well, sir. Sorry.
Judge, count one on 25 CF 1267 would be amended to misdemeanor battery. And count two would be...
What's that statute number so Madam Clerk can make good minutes?
Yeah, Deb.
For battery.
Oh, 84.
I think it's third. Make sure.
78403 is misdemeanor battery. The domestic is a different statute.
Sorry, Judge, we didn't write the statute number in the plea agreement.
74128. 74128, Your Honor, it's domestic violence battery.
And then count two would be as charged, Judge, that's attempted battery. And then in case number 25 CF 834, Ms. Donahue is charged with malicious dissemination of STD information. This would be a post-plea referral to pretrial intervention for a term of 24 months.
Okay, so it's a deferral with a plea, the understanding if she fails, then it's an open plea to the court.
Correct. We would come back for sentence.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. If I could approach.
You may. And the court will note for the record that Ms. Oberleisen is here on behalf of the victim in the case, representing the victim as well as the state's interest under the Constitution, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor, and I believe that Ms. Oberleisen has a statement to make on behalf of the victim as well. And I just want that to be noted so that we can make sure that we do that today as part of the proceedings.
All right. You may approach, Mr. Powell.
Thank you.
You wish to do that now, Ms. Oberleisen, or?
At the court's pleasure. Would you like for me to?
Yes, go ahead and make your statement, if you would, please, on behalf of the victim.
My name is Sarah Oberleisen. I represent Mr. Donahue, who is an active duty service member honorably serving in the United States Armed Forces. He's currently married to the defendant, and they have 2 children together. They're currently going through a very difficult divorce. The defendant has a long history of untreated mental health that has largely impacted the family, which he believes resulted in her felony arrest for the case where he is the victim. She continuously contacted every agency she could to try to get Mr. Donahue in trouble through the military and civilian agencies. She's been completely unsuccessful, as there's been no findings against Mr. Donahue. The military has made findings of abuse by the defendant against Mr. Donahue and his child. While out on bond for the charge where Mr. Donahue is the victim, the defendant was again arrested for child abuse. She had a disagreement with their daughter and later was seen on video aggressively snatching her up by her hair and subsequently driving extremely erratically with the screaming child in the car. The defendant's behavior and untreated mental health has negatively impacted their relationship with the mother and the children. Mr. Donahue is in agreement with the plea offer because he wants to see his wife healthy and have a healthy relationship with her children. She needs to take responsibility for her actions and address her mental health. He hopes that the 2 arrests that resulted in this plea is the wake-up call she needed so they can move forward and co-parent their children. Thank you.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And now you've got a couple of different things going on in this plea agreement, and I want to address them real quickly. This is a little bit different than an ordinary plea agreement because you're pleading to an alternative approach to the sentence in this case. Has Mr. Powell taken time to explain that to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And ordinarily, this approach wouldn't result in a plea to the court. It would only result in these agreements. But the state is requiring the plea, and because the plea is required, what that means is that instead of being returned to the court in the event of your failure for further proceedings, this plea constitutes an open plea to the court, meaning that if you fail to comply with the terms and conditions of your agreement, then you'll be returned to the court for sentencing on the charges contained within the plea agreement without any agreement regarding what your sentence might be. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're saying yes, but your face is saying, I'm not really sure what you just said to me. Do you want a minute with Mr. Powell?
No more?
There.
All right, have you had an opportunity to discuss that with Mr. Powell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How old are you?
38.
How much education do you have?
Bachelor's.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you do that before you signed
Yes,
it?
Your Honor.
And what you read in the plea form, is that the same as what Mr. Powell just announced to me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to the announced and amended charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what that says to me is that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to prove your guilt to the jury, and you're not going to contest that.
It's in my best interest. It's in my best interest, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're not pleading no contest based upon that. You're pleading no contest based upon you believe that this is the best, in your best interest to dispose of this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And tell me why you believe it is in your best interest to make this plea in the circumstances presented.
We have to get it back into divorce court and with the kids and get this ironed out. And avoid the risk of trial.
Okay. Well, based upon what you've said just now, why would it be, because you've said you don't agree that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to convict you, why would you not go to trial then if you don't believe the state has the evidence?
I don't have the time or the money.
Go ahead.
And it's taking time away from seeing my children.
Ms. Donahue, have we discussed the evidence in your case? Okay. Do you believe a plea bargain is in your best interest?
Yes.
So after balancing, okay, let me take a different approach to this. You've discussed with Mr. Powell the positive consequences of going to trial, and he's talked to you about that. You've talked to Mr. Powell about the negative consequences of going to trial. You've discussed that. You've discussed with Mr. Powell your belief about what the evidence is and what you think the state could prove. And Mr. Powell's talked to you about what his view of the evidence is and what he believes the state can prove. And after putting all of those things in the balance, you believe the best choice is to take this plea instead of going to trial for all the reasons you've just announced.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand, though, by making this plea, it is the equivalent of a no contest plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you understand that? All right. And by doing this, you're waiving your right now and forever of having that trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't ever back up on this.
Understood.
And that's the reason I started out by saying, by making this plea, this is an open plea to the court, and if you fail to comply with the terms and conditions, you'll be returned here for sentencing without an agreement on what your sentence would be. And what's the maximum potential sentence she faces on the combined charges, Mr. Powell?
Judge, for the PTI case, it is a third-degree felony for which the potential exposure is 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
The other case is a count 1 misdemeanor battery, and then count 2 is attempted battery, 1 year on count 1, 60 days on count 2.
And what would her score sheet show, State?
As it was charged, it was as charged with the.
It would be like 4.0 points, total points.
All right, so she doesn't qualify for a state prison absent appropriate aggravating circumstances where the court could make those findings.
Correct.
All right. The reason I ask that is, once again, to make a decision, you've got to be free and voluntary, and to be free and voluntary, you've got to know and understand what you're going on. So there is always the potential that you could face a state prison sentence upon being returned. It's not presumptive that it would be a state prison sentence based upon your score sheet. Has Mr. Powell addressed those issues with you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now with that said, on the 25 CF 1267, you are going to be adjudicated guilty beyond 12 months of probation with the evaluations and recommended treatment. Contact is to be limited to those provided by the family court judge. That you're to abide by the orders in the family court division, most specifically the DVI. You may apply for early termination if all conditions are complete and there are no violations. Count 2 is 6 months of probation consecutive to with the same terms and conditions on count 1. So essentially it's 18 months total supervision, 12 and 6. Okay. On 25 CF 834, it's the 24 months PTI with the plea, which is the open plea to the court, and that's the 3rd degree felony. Okay. And your PTI conditions are contained within the agreement that you signed, and you must complete those conditions, and if you fail to complete those, then you would be returned here for sentencing on the 3rd degree felony. Is that what you understood?
Yes, sir.
And has Mr. Powell answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with how Mr. Powell's represented you in this case?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you've got many moving parts based upon what this requirement is and what you have in the family court. You're going to be under supervision with probation, and that's state probation, or are we doing JCS?
It would be with state probation
Okay,
for PTI.
I think that's prudent. That way there's one supervision instead of 2.
Correct.
Okay. And the reason I mention that is right now your terms and conditions are only contact as provided by the family court. If that changes, probation may not know that. So you may have an order in your hand, but probation may not know that the order has changed. So you need to be certain to be on top of providing them with any changes. And I often tell people in these cases that the very first thing these folks in the green uniform hear is, the judge told me it was okay. How often do you hear that? So until you have the paper in your hand, it's the prudent thing not to do what the judge told you was okay until you have the paper in your hand. Because I can't make it up. I think it wasn't Mr. Powell's case. It may have been Mr. Powell's father's case. They took the children, tail light was out, they got stopped, they went to jail because they said Judge Stunt was okay to have the kids, but they didn't have the paper in their hand. The paper showed up 2 days later while they were in jail. Okay? So you see where I'm coming from. If you've got questions, you call your lawyer. He'll take care of being sure your documents are properly taken care of and they're filed with probation. Your lawyer has expressed that you're concerned about these kind of things. The burden is on you at this point in time, right? You've got to follow these rules strictly, strict compliance, and take care of business. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Any questions that haven't been addressed or answered? Okay. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. Check in with probation before you leave here. Now, that is with an adjudication on the DV, so you'll need to step over here.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Powell.
Your Honor, I have a few people from the gallery to call. First, Cameron Phillips. We could waive him for the end. Second, I would like to call Melissa Shelton. In 25 CF 975.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, in this case, we had set it to today's date as a status to get an update on these videos. We are still seeking the videos. This is body-worn camera from the day of the alleged incident, and this body-worn camera was discussed in the depositions with the alleged victims, and so we are still seeking this evidence.
And that's from Fort Walton Beach Police Department?
Yes, as well as Santa Rosa.
And is that the Santa Rosa Sheriff?
That's a case, a separate case that I don't have access. That she's free to contact Santa Rosa and get the video if she'd like, but it's a separate case that happened there that I believe that she's talking about.
This case, yeah, it was discussed in the depositions, and I believe the alleged victim had reviewed that body-worn camera, so we were seeking it from the state, but if it's the court's position that it's on the defense to collect those videos, then we would go a different route.
Well, please approach.
Cyclone Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Man, I got this. Let's roll. Fight fire with fire. Take 1. Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working. Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Continue to 7:13. All right, and stay in touch with Ms. Yeski about producing that information, okay?
Yes, sir.
Next, I have Dakota Stevens in 25 CF 2486. Your Honor, this is a pretrial intervention agreement. Mr. Stevens is present. It is signed by Mr. Stevens as well as Mr. Snell. We just need probation to sign, and then we'll have them take a photo as well. Here's the agreement, if I may approach the court.
Granted.
How you doing today?
All right, thank you very much. Check in with probation before you go, and that's all good.
Your Honor, next I'd like to call Brian Quinones. This is 24 CF 2213. Your Honor, in this case, there has been an amended information.
Your Honor, the state did not file an amended information, but we will be dismissing counts 4 and 5. Count 4 is the second count of shooting into an occupied vehicle, and count 5 is the misdemeanor possession of cannabis. The state is ready for trial, and we will be going on counts 1, 2, and 3.
All right. And so we previously discussed that we thought it would take 3 days to try the case, including jury selection, 60 jurors. The state was asking for the second week, right?
That's correct.
Is that still where we are?
That works for us.
And I guess that resolves the motion to dismiss.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Are any scheduling issues the second week?
Your Honor, the second, the failing expert will not be available, which is Tuesday.
All right, so we want to ask our jurors to be here on Wednesday.
That would work for the state, Your Honor.
It works for defense.
Additionally, Judge, I'd like to make a little record. Jason McKinney on behalf of the Office of the Public Defender. Mr. Koch is going to be trying this case, and I did want to put on the record today that the state had made an offer of 2 years Department of Corrections. Given that I know how this court operates its courtroom, I know that there is typically no negotiated plea agreements after today, so it's docket day. So proceeding forward with trial, I want to make sure that he is turning down the state's offer and proceeding forward with trial.
Well, last time we were here, I rejected the offer.
Well, and what Mr. McKinney is being clear is that, you know, different judges run their courtrooms differently. And my general approach is that after docket day, I don't take a negotiated plea absent extraordinary circumstances. And it's a very practical thing. We'll have jurors coming in. They'll generally only be for me, because right now I don't think we have any other trials those weeks scheduled right now. And so if the jurors come in, if they're called, then we've wasted public resources, we've wasted their time, they'll simply go home. Other jurisdictions, they'll have 8 or 9 cases, 8 or 9 divisions trying cases, so if I weren't to use them, the jurors could go elsewhere. For us, it doesn't work that way, and so it's just a waste of the public's resources, which I don't believe is proper. So from my point of view is, if you don't make the plea today, then I won't take a negotiated plea absent extraordinary circumstances. And we learn to never say never and always avoid always, right? So there's not an absolute rule, but there has to be some exceptional circumstances. And that's the reason Mr. McKinney wants to be clear that you understand that I won't take a plea after today unless there are extraordinary circumstances. He's just being diligent, and that's what his job is.
Yeah, we tried to negotiate an offer with the state, but it declined for whatever reason. And at this moment, I just feel like it's kind of prejudiced and unfair. And I just don't see any other route than to go to trial.
Well, let's discuss that real quickly. The state has now, by dismissing counts 4 and 5, they've conceded the motion to dismiss that your attorneys filed, and that leaves counts 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, sir.
As charged, should the jury find the defendant guilty of those charges, what is the maximum potential sentence the defendant is facing, state, on these charges?
Your Honor, the exposure is 75 years if he's found guilty on counts 1, 2, and 3.
All right. And is, based upon the nature of the charges and the operative facts involved, is there any legal basis not to impose consecutive sentences?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
If there's a discharge of a firearm, the court can absolutely impose consecutive sentences on both counts 1 and 2 for the 10-20 life.
Okay. All right. And the reason I ask that is because y'all know the facts. All I know is what I've seen so far. I don't know all of the details, and that's the reason I'm asking these questions. It's not a predisposition. I want to be certain that you're also fully informed. All right. And what is the guidelines? It's a 10-20 life, and with the discharge, it would be a mandatory 20. Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor. So it would be a mandatory 20. The guideline sentence is approximately 110 months, but it charged under 10-20 life, so it would be a mandatory 20.
Okay. So essentially, if I'm sort of sifting through here, just getting my feet under me with what's going on, essentially what the state is offering is the minimum sentence the defendant would receive if found guilty by the jury. That is the minimum sentence that the court could lawfully impose if he was found guilty by the jury.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Is the offer that you're making to the defendant. Talk to your lawyers first. You're welcome, sir. All right. Anything further, we remain set for trial.
This will remain set for trial.
All right, so the idea is we would try a second week. Jury will come on Wednesday for selection, and then we'll try Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
Yes, it'll be set for jury review on Friday.
Your Honor, if I can call Mr. Kyle Madonia. Case number 26 CF 0167. He is present and approaching. Your Honor, I'm asked to sit this case for June 11 for a plea.
State?
He's not, I didn't realize he wasn't in here. But we're almost on the terms. I've already spoken to him. He didn't object. I can represent that to the court.
Okay, change of plea 611 at 9.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that's AM, Your Honor?
Correct.
Your Honor, I have Mr. Luan Nguyen present in the courtroom. That's going to be case number 23 CF 2595 and 25 CF 2372. Your Honor, I'm going to ask to continue this to 7/13. There's some things my client wants me to look at for a possible motion to suppress.
State?
I didn't ask you. Set for plea or continue?
Then it's no objection.
All right, granted. 713.
7:13. Let me give you. I continued one. I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it?
Just now. Okay.
Yeah, I think you want to dismiss that one. Pretty sure. Let's go with that.
Mr. Gomez, approach if you would, please. And you said he's on Zoom?
That's what he said.
All right, Holly Martin. Mr. Stewart, your client is here.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, Brad Stewart on behalf of Holly Martin, Judge. This is 25 CF 1019 and 1029. Your Honor, I've had very limited contact with Ms. Martin, but I do have an amended offer from the state that I need to discuss with her. I would like to continue this matter so that I can take care of that and we can resolve this at the next pre-trial, Judge, if we don't move it up.
All right. Ms. Martin, have you been in touch with Mr. Stewart as you were directed?
Yes, I actually talked to his secretary the other day, and he told me that he would be in touch with me, but I haven't spoken to him yet again, but I'm supposed to go meet with him after this.
Right, because essentially you had someone withdraw because you failed to make contact, and you're late today.
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware I had to be here today.
Okay. And so one of the obligations you have on your bond is to participate meaningfully in the case, to move the case forward to a conclusion. And if you don't do that, then I would consider revoking your bond so that Mr. Stewart will know where to come and visit you to dispose of your case.
Okay.
I'll accept no further continuances based upon the fact that you haven't had contact with your lawyer. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what it means.
It means you'll revoke my bond if I don't speak with my lawyer.
Correct. Because this case has been pending a year now, and almost all of this stuff is because the state made an offer early in this case, very early in this case, to resolve the case, and there's been no movement principally because you haven't had meaningful contact with your lawyer. I will not allow it to be continued any further on that basis.
Okay.
All right? Okay. So I'll continue at this time. Mr. Stewart, I'll expect you to set this promptly for a status if anything changes.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, I request that the capias be withdrawn.
Capias is withdrawn.
Thank you, Your
You
Honor.
understand what that means?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Stewart's doing you a solid here
Thank you.
by getting the capias withdrawn. I won't do it next time. Okay? Good day.
Holly, I need you to come to my office when you get done, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna come straight there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Good day, sir.
Thank you.
Judge, may I call Freddie Watkins Jr.?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins is here in 26 CF 427. He is going to be entering a plea of no contest as charged. The agreement calls for an adjudication of guilt, 5 years of probation concurrent with existing probations that are in Escambia and Santa Rosa, $799 even, restitution payable to Lowe's, no trespass at Lowe's. And I've written specifically at 774 Beale Parkway, Fort Walton Beach, but I know Lowe's can indicate that means all of Lowe's. $515 in court cost, $150 cost of defense, no drugs without prescription or any analysis, substance abuse evaluation, and any recommended treatment. If I did not so announce, this is with an adjudication. This is a negotiated downward departure. No objection to the score sheet as provided, which is 46.2 points. May I approach?
Granted. All right. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
You heard what Mr. McKinney said. You signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
And how much education do you have?
High school.
You able to
Graduated.
Okay. You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And is what Mr. McKinney just announced to me what's contained in the plea form?
That the supervision that I do 5 years that runs with what the 5 years I'm actually on probation right now in Escambia County for. I've actually been on it about 4 months now. And just all those classes I've already started taking, so.
Okay, good, good.
I paid all my court costs and got my driver's license back. I've really been on top of it since I got out, so.
Good, good. Well, you got a good jump start on it then.
Yes, sir.
And so you also understand then you're pleading no contest to this charge?
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you believe the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'll be adjudicated guilty beyond the 5 years of probation concurrent with Santa Rosa County as you described, with the restitution. Can't go back to Lowe's, and the fees and costs, and then the other conditions which were stated.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm only on probation. Well, I got probation out of all the counties, but it's only in Escambia. That's where I report in at.
That's fine. Right. Okay. Yeah. And what'll happen is when you leave here, you'll have to report into Fort Walton, and then they'll explain to you what you need to do to transfer your probation to Escambia County.
Yes, sir.
So you'll be on probation in one spot, but technically you're on probation in Okaloosa County. You'll just be supervised there, and they'll explain that to you when you get there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
You're satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, sir.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into. Will accept the plea. If you'll step over this way, please.
May I call Brent Whitner of the audience? Mr. Whitner is approaching in 25 CF 629. Mr. Whitner is here in the 25 CF 629. We had set the day over to discuss restitution. It sounds like we cleared up the issue with the clerk's office. Mr. Whitner did make a payment of $250. The total amount that we're looking for, I think, is $844. So he has made a payment towards the restitution for, this is a pay and dismiss situation. Based on him making a payment and us getting the clerk issues resolved, I'd ask for another status date so he can keep making payments now that he's on a payment plan.
All right. Objections?
No, sir.
713. Keep pumping them in, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
And Judge, I'm going to pass to my colleagues. Do you have anything?
Minor inmates.
Judge, I have a couple in the audience that I still need to discuss.
All right. Just need a few more minutes.
I have some inmates I can address, Your Honor.
All right.
Mr. LeBron first.
Your Honor, we have reached an agreement this morning. We have Mr. Joseph LeBron, case number 24 CF 2784.
And the statute subsection for the lesser included.
I'll announce that on the record. All right, Your Honor, in exchange for a plea of no contest, the state has agreed for count 1 will be a lesser included sex bat victim 12 to 16. Next statute number 794.0115A. And that will be an adjudication of guilt, 15 years of sex offender probation, no contact with victim, all statutory requirements, no contact with minors other than biological children, court cost of defense. Count 2 will be dismissed. Count 3 will be adjudication, 15 years, sex offender probation with the same conditions concurrent to count 1. I have a score sheet, signed plea form and score sheet, if I may approach.
Is there DOC first?
No.
No, this one is not. This one's not
Probation.
DOC.
Okay, now I have a picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I gave you this one. Now if I may approach, Your Honor.
Granted. All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Cochran said and you signed the written plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you?
I'm 43, Your Honor.
How much education do you have?
12th year of high school. I did not finish it, though.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And is what you read in the plea form what Mr. Cochran just announced to me?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to the lesser included offense of sexual battery over 18 and the victim 12 to 16?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And that by pleading that, what I understand you to say is that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to convince the jury of your guilt of this charge, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury, where the state would have to produce that evidence and convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt of these charges?
I do, Your Honor.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty, and you'll be on 15 years of probation with the sex offender conditions. You'll have no contact with the victim. You'll have no contact with any minors other than your biological children. You'll have the appropriate court costs and the cost of defense. And what are those costs, Madam Clerk?
$1,018, Your Honor.
And $150 state-provided legal assistance.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this comes with a designation, and that designation may affect where you can live, where you work, who you can be around. It requires reporting of your residence, your telephone numbers, your social media accounts, your tag numbers, and a whole lot of other reporting requirements on a regular basis. Do you understand that?
I am aware, Your Honor.
All right. In addition to the conditions announced, it also requires you to comply with all of the conditions of standard probation contained within the plea form.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cochran answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, and this is a downward departure based upon the plea, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I need for treatment.
All right. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. If you'll step over this way,
He
please.
does qualify for GPS, right?
You're asking
Yes.
if he does? Yes.
Yes, he does all those qualifications before release.
And Your Honor,
It has to be GPS.
I'd ask for $1 a day if he gets that.
$1 a day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next up is going to be Gregory Law.
Lawton? Oh.
Your Honor, if I may have 1 moment for signatures. Your Honor, we've negotiated a plea this morning, or this afternoon. In exchange for a plea of no contest, the state has agreed to count 1 would be a lesser included of trespass, 6 months Okaloosa County Jail, court costs, cost of defense. Count 2 would be an adjudication, credit time served, court, he's already paid court costs, cost of defense.
Have I, have,
I have a signed plea form and score sheet from Mayor Brooks.
All right, raise your right hand, please, Mr.
Yes,
Long.
sir.
Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right, you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Cochran said, and you signed the written plea form?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
63, sir.
How much school do you have?
I have a GED.
All right, you able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir, I read it. Yes, sir.
And is what Mr. Cochran just announced to me what's in the plea form?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to the charges?
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you think the state could convince the jury your guilt and you're not going to contest that?
That's right.
And do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial where the state would have to prove your guilt?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, I agree.
And in this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty of the lesser included offense of trespass and adjudicated guilty as charged on count 2. You're going to be sentenced on count 1 to 6 months county jail, credit for all time served, adjudicated guilty and credit for time served on count 2 with the $150 state provided legal assistance. And what are the proper fines, fees, and costs, Madam Clerk?
$615, Your Honor.
All right, and $615 in fees and costs. I'll provide you a year to get those paid.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Cochran answered all your questions
Yes,
about
sir.
the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
Satisfied with how he's represented?
Yes, sir, he done a good job.
I'll find the pleas freely and voluntarily entered into, accept the plea.
Yes, sir.
If you'd step over this way, please, sir. Thank you.
Is there a statute for lesser included trespass?
Lesser included trespass statute, please. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
810.08, subsection 2A.
Yep.
Can you get that in writing?
I'll write it this way. That way down that way. That way would be to the front.
You gonna say that out loud right now?
Yep. You want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, I know the truck, I don't want to try what you do.
To sign. And today's 5/18.
Let me try to say 5 years.
Yeah. You're being serious. This just has to be.
Your Honor, we've reached an agreement this morning in Mr. Harry McWhorter's case, 25 CF 0735. Your Honor, in exchange for a plea of no contest, the state has agreed for count 1 will be an adjudication, 5 years Department of Corrections, court costs, defense. Yeah. Count 2, we need adjudication, 5 years concurrent. with a 3-year min-man. Count 3 would be an adjudication, 5 years DOC. Count 4 will be dismissed. And count 5 will be an adjudication with 5 years Department of Corrections concurrent. And he will get credit for all time he has been in Okaloosa County Jail. I have the signed plea form and the score sheet, if I may approach.
Granted. All right. Mr. McWhorter, if you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury? Okay, you can put your hand down. Now, you heard what Mr. Cochran said, and you signed the written plea form.
No,
How old are you?
46,
How much education do you have?
high school.
You able to read and understand the plea
Yeah.
form? Did you do that before you signed it?
Yeah,
And it's what you read, what Mr. Cochran just announced to me.
yes,
Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to these charges? Is that yes?
yeah,
Okay. And by doing that, what I understand you to say is that you believe that the state has the evidence necessary to convince the jury of your guilt as to the charges you're pleading to, and you're not going to contest that.
yes, sir.
Do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to that trial,
Yes,
where the state would have to prove to the jury your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, sir.
And in this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty. In return for your plea, the state's agreeing to dismiss count 4, and you'll be adjudicated guilty on counts 1, 2, 3, and 5. And you'll be sentenced to 5 years in the Department of Corrections, credit for all time served, and 3 years of that will be minimum mandatory. And which
That's
count?
on count 2, Your Honor.
That's on count 2, okay? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you'll get credit for all time served that you have in the Okaloosa County Jail on this charge. Mr. Cochran answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
And Madam Clerk, what are the proper fines, fees, and costs?
$867, Your Honor, with $150 public defense.
And I'll give you 36 months after you're released to get those things paid after you get out. As long as you're making payments, if you need more time, I'll give you more time, okay? And you satisfied with how Mr. Cochran's represented you in this case? All right. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. Thank you, Mr. McWhorter.
Your Honor, we have Mr. Orlando Mobley, 25 CF 1257. I believe the state has an announcement.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would announce a no cross. In this case, we have attempted to get up with the victim in so many different ways, and we have not had any cooperation from the victim, so at this time, we would announce a no cross.
Case is no crossed.
If I may have 1 second, Your Honor.
Yes.
We've reached an agreement with the state, Your Honor. Case number 23 CF 2386. Your Honor, in exchange for a plea of no contest, the state has agreed. The count 1 will be an adjudication, 7 years Department of Corrections, and that is a min-man. Court cost of defense. Counts 2 through 4 will be an adjudication of 5 years DOC. All counts to run concurrent, with credit for all time that he's been in the Okaloosa County Jail. I have signed plea form and a score sheet, if I may approach.
Granted. All right, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Cochran said and you signed the written plea form?
Yes, sir.
All right. How old are you?
25.
How much education do you have?
High school diploma.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
Is what you read in the plea form what Mr. Cochran just announced to me now?
Yes, sir.
According to this plea agreement, you're pleading no contest to the announced charges.
Yes, sir.
And what that says to me is that you believe that the state has the evidence necessary to convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt of these charges.
Yes, sir.
And do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to force the state to present that evidence to the jury and to convince them beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt?
Yes, sir.
And the charges of the trafficking and the 3 counts of possession of controlled substances, you'll be sentenced to, the controlled substance cases, 5 years in the Department of Corrections, and the trafficking charge, 7 years in the Department of Corrections, which is a minimum mandatory sentence. Do you understand what that means? The minimum mandatory sentence.
Yes, sir.
You need a minute with Mr. Cochran to be sure you understand that.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Do you understand what the minimum mandatory means?
Yes, sir.
All right. And state, considering the charge here, isn't there a mandatory fine in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe it's $100,000.
All right, so there's a $100,000 fine in this case. And there's also then would be a $2,500 clerk surcharge on that, right?
Your Honor, if it's a $100,000 fine, then it'd be $5,000.
I'm sorry, $5,000 clerk surcharge on that that fine. And there's no supervision, no probation to follow after that.
Correct.
All right. And Mr. Cochran answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, sir.
And so I'll note you're hanging your head. I want to be sure you're not dissatisfied with him, but taking 7 years is hard.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the reason you're hanging your head, not because of what he's done, but facing the sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, the court will.
I'm sorry, I'm glad you brought that up. I need to correct it. It is a $50,000 fine.
Okay.
not $100,000.
It's $50,000, and that would make the $2,500 clerk surcharge. Okay. All right. All right, the court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into, will accept the plea. And one thing I didn't announce, that's credit for all time served.
Yes, Your Honor. And concurrent.
And concurrent. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Step this way. Thank you. Yes, all to collections.
No. You're gonna have credit with DSD for all time, so it's gonna be the same terms. So, every time. Yeah, you're done. Okay. Call. All right.
Your Honor, we've reached an agreement this morning. If we're gonna have one moment for signatures.
Yes.
Your Honor, we have Mr. Jamie Munoz, case number 25 CF 1424. Your Honor, we have reached an agreement today. In exchange for a plea of no contest, the state has agreed count 1 will be reduced to lesser included robbery with a firearm, 812.132B. That would be an adjudication with 4 years Department of Corrections with credit for all terms served in Okaloosa County Jail and Iowa Department of Corrections. There will be a stipulation that that sentence has been served. Court cost, the cost of defense. Count 2 will be a dismissal. Count 3 would be an adjudication, 4 years with the same stipulation that time has been served.
All right.
If I may approach with a signed plea form and the score sheet.
Granted.
Your Honor, I just want to make sure that the state mark on the score sheet.
Yes. All right, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Cochran said and you signed the written plea form.
Yes.
How old are you?
28.
How much education do you have?
Yes, middle school.
All right, you able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
All right, and this is what you read, what Mr. Cochran just announced. This is what's in the plea form, what he just told me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you understand that you're pleading no contest to the lesser included offense of robbery with a firearm?
Yes, sir.
Count 2 will be dismissed in return for this plea. And count 3 will be an adjudication of guilt.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you're pleading no contest?
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you think the state could prove your guilt to the jury and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt?
Yes, sir.
And in this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty, and you'll have, what's your fines, fees, and costs, Madam Clerk?
$515, Your Honor.
$515 fees and costs, and $150 state-provided legal assistance. And you're sentenced to 4 years in the Department of Corrections, but everyone agrees that you have all that credit for times already served, so you've completed your sentence. Is that the state's agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so essentially this is a time served sentence based upon the accumulated time you have here and the time you have in Iowa. Is that what you understood?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cochran answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
You satisfied what he's done for you?
Yes, sir.
Find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into, and I'll accept the plea. Thank you.
Fines to collections, Your Honor.
Fines to collections.
Robert Borso.
You Honor, we've reached an agreement. If I can have a moment for signatures?
Yes.
Your Honor, today we have Mr. Robert Orso, case number 24 CF 2476. Your Honor, we've reached an agreement in exchange for a plea of no contest. The state has agreed counts 1 through 9 will be a lesser included of unenhanced child pornography 827.071 subsection 5. That'll be an adjudication, 5 years Department of Corrections, court cost of defense. Counts 9 through 18, also lesser included, 827.0715. Adjudicate 2 years Department of Corrections, that's consecutive to counts 1 through 9. Counts 18 through 20, lesser included. Adjudicate guilty, 5 years sex offender probation, consecutive to counts 1 through 20. There is an SO designation and GPS monitoring at $1 a day. No contact with minors, no internet capable devices. Counts, that's consecutive to counts 1 through 20. Counts 21 through 25, also the lesser included. Adjudicate 2 years sex offender probation, consecutive to counts 1 through 20. Same conditions as 18 through 20. If I have a signed plea form, if I may approach, Your Honor.
Granted. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Cochran said, you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I am 64.
How much education do you have?
I'm sorry?
How much education do you
Oh,
have?
I'm a high school, sir, high school educator.
All right. You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And is what you read in the plea form what Mr. Cochran just announced to me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes, sir, I understand.
And that says to me that you believe the state could prove your guilt of these charges, and you're not going to contest that.
That's sir. Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt to that jury?
Yes, sir. I understand.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty, and you've got a sentence which includes the Department of Corrections and includes probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And it's set up based upon the different counts that you're facing.
Yes, sir. Sir, will my time served and my gain time be part of the sentencing?
Well, I don't know how the Department of Corrections will count your gain time in the county jail, but
No,
your
sir,
credit for time served in the county jail will count.
Yes, sir. I understand.
All right. Counts 1 through 9, you'll be sentenced to 5 years in the Department of Corrections, credit for time served. 9 through 18, you'll serve 2 years in the Department of Corrections, consecutive to counts 1 through 9. When you're finished with that, then counts 18 through 20, you're going to be on 5 years sex offender probation with the designation, the GPS monitoring, no contact with minors, and no internet-capable devices. Then after that, you'll have, on counts 21 through 25, 2 years of sex offender probation with the designations and the same terms and conditions.
Yes,
So essentially, you've got 7 years in the Department of Corrections and then 7 years of supervision to follow. Now, they're split up in different sentences to comply with the maximum sentence under those conditions, but it's basically 7 and 7. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
All right. And the designation carries with it conditions which affect who you can be around, where you can work, where you can live, has reporting requirements, report your phone numbers, your social media, your tags on your cars, or all sorts of other reporting requirements that will affect you.
Yes, sir. As long as I have a copy of it, I know what I'm.
Well, the Department of Corrections will instruct you also and provide you all of that information. And it also require GPS monitoring of $1 a day. Madam Clerk, were there proper fines and fees in this case? I mean, fees and costs in this case?
$817, Your Honor.
$817, $150 per state-provided legal assistance. Now, Mr. Cochran answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you,
Yes, sir. He has.
and you satisfied with how he's represented you in this case?
Yes, sir, I am. I'd just like to make a statement after it's all done, if I can, for the court, please.
And this is a departure, right?
It is for a non-coerced plea and need for treatment.
Okay. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. Yes, sir, what is it you'd like me to consider?
Yes, sir. I just want to thank the courts. I know what was done here was just. I thank the courts for giving me leniency. I know it could have been much worse. And I also want to express my apology to my wife and family and to the neighbors and to the community at large for what I have done. I just want to also let the courts know that I am definitely dedicating the rest of my life to fighting this evil. And I will be pursuing things while I'm in prison, not wasting my time there, looking at specifically Federal Statute 47, which dearly needs to be addressed to make people aware of what needs to happen to get the stuff off the internet, which is currently being protected by federal law. I also want to put a shout out to Miss Dana's dorm there at the county prison or county jail. She's got a program that is really outstanding. I know many of the other men who are going through it think that as well. Is definitely something that needs to be supported because only God can change our hearts. And it's not going to be done through, I think, many programs that man can put together. So I just want to thank the courts for their leniency. And just want to apologize to my family.
Thank you. If you'll step over this way, sir.
I just want to confirm, so counts 1 through 9 is the 5 years, and then you said, wouldn't it be counts 10 through 18, 2 years?
Well, then that was counts 1 through 9, 5 years, and then counts 9 through 18.
Oh, it should be 10, sorry.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk, for correcting.
And then counts 19 through 20 for the probation.
Your Honor, I'd like to call Colin Simmons, 26 CF 205. He's present and approaching. We've come to a resolution in this case. To count 1, it'll be an adjudication of guilt, 12 months of standard probation, 50 hours of community service work, substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment, no drugs or alcohol without prescription, which includes random testing, maintain gainful employment or submit 3 applications per week, court costs and costs of defense. And the state will dismiss count 2. I have the plea agreement signed by all the parties as well as the score sheet, if I may approach.
Granted. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
I do.
You put your hand down. You heard what Ms. Yeske said, and you signed the written plea form?
I did.
How old are you?
37.
How much education do you have?
Some college.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
And did you do that before you signed it?
I did.
And it's what you read in the form Ms. Yeske just announced?
Yes.
Do you understand you're pleading no contest to the announced charges and waiving your right to a trial by jury?
I do.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty and be on 12 months of standard probation with the evaluation, recommended treatment, and the testing. To confirm that, you must seek employment or have a job. And my view of it is if you find some training or education which will help lead to full-time gainful employment, then I'm willing to support you in that, and probation will explain to you how to do that. That'll meet that criteria if you want to do that. And then you'll have, what's the fees and costs, Madam Clerk?
$515, Your Honor.
$515 in fees and costs plus $150 state-provided legal assistance. Ms. Yeski answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes.
Satisfied with how she's represented you?
I am.
Find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into, and I'll accept the plea. Yes, ma'am.
There's a second case.
Yeah, the state will dismiss the possession of paraphernalia charge, it's count 2. And there is a, that's correct, thanks for reminding me. There's a grand theft auto charge. It's, our case is 326-396. That case will be dismissed in exchange for a plea to 26 CF 205 that you just accepted.
All right, so 26 CF 396?
Yes, sir, the state would dismiss at this
Is
time.
null prost?
Yes, sir. And then count 2 on the 205 case, we'll go ahead and dismiss that.
Should we put that in this plea agreement?
I believe it's down at the bottom.
Well, the dismissal of count 2 is, but the null prost is not.
The no process for the other case, you're right, is not listed on that.
I could add it if you'd like, otherwise, yeah, that is a separate case number.
For the record, can we get that second case number?
Okay.
2026 CF 396.
Which is what we have on the minute sheet, Your Honor, but not the other.
The one we have, this is a plea to 205, 2026 CF 205. We good now?
Thank
Hold
you.
on just a second, sir. You're going to have to step over this way.
He already did that?
You got him already? Okay.
Judge, may I call Sean Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Watson? Judge, as he is present and approaching, may I approach the state?
Granted.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court.
Jason McKinney on behalf of Mr. Sean Watson. He is present before the court in 24 CF 343 and 24 CF 1016. The 1016 is the operative case. That case would be tried first if the case were tried. There have been substantial discussions since the last time that we were in court with the state. We have put our nose to the score sheet to make sure the numbers are correct. That's led to substantial negotiations with the state related to this case, which does fix some prior score sheet issues and dramatically reduce the score sheet if there were a negotiated plea. I would request additional time to review that with Mr. Watson, understanding that this case is still set for trial if we do not enter a plea date certain. I would ask for the first available miscellaneous date, which is the June 11th court date, if I am correct in the calendar, for a drop dead date for either entry of a plea or dead set on going towards a trial certain. That would necessitate a continuance of the matter to do so. And I've fully advised Mr. Watson of the movement in the score sheet and the movement in the negotiations. He has requested of me additional time to review that, to make a decision.
All right. State?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I'm just reviewing my notes of the process, and I will effectively continue the case. And if the state's leaving the offer open through 6/11, that will effectively be docket day for plea. But based upon the age of the case and the circumstances presented, after that date, I'm going to accept no plea at all other than guilty as charged. This
Yes,
case
sir.
needs to be disposed of. It's a year old. It's 2 years old on one, and 2 years and 3 months old on the other. That needs to be resolved one way or the other. So it's either this plea or one you arrange by 6/11, or after that, it's going to be a trial or guilty as charged will be the only plea I'll take.
Yes.
It needs to come to a conclusion one way or the other.
Yes, Judge.
Okay?
So the next court date for Mr. Watson is going to be June 11th.
6/11.
And we've got the work to do between now and then to make sure that we have an answer, and we're ready and prepared to do so on 6/11. Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, if I could make some announcements.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Jordan Lewis, 25 CF 0651. Your Honor, we are here in PTI status. I have verified with probation. They were playing phone tag, but as of this morning, the packet, her instruction packet has been emailed to her, and it should be signed. I'd ask to set this 6/11 status within, hopefully it'll be falling off by then.
Okay, and say again the case number?
Oh, I'm sorry. 25 CF 0651.
So 6/11 for PTI status, is that what we're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. It should be signed, everything done by then already.
All right, so ordered.
Thank you. Next, Your Honor, we have Mr. Travis McLemore. He is in federal custody. Two case numbers, 25 CF 0379 and 25 CF 1695. Your Honor, I'd ask to sit him for the 611 status also. His federal sentencing is May 28th.
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
All right, so ordered.
Mr. Pham Minh, 25 CF 2243. Your Honor, I have sounded the courtroom and checked the hallway. He is not here.
State requested KBS, Your Honor.
Issue a capias, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Noah Morris, Your Honor, 24 CF 2823. This was the one that came back to the PTI recall. I attempted to make contact with him at the phone number probation provided. I was unable to make contact, so I do not know where he is.
State requested KBS, Your Honor.
Issue a capias.
Next, I have Ms. Candace Murphy, 24 CF 1592. Your Honor, she is on PTI and is being supervised, from my understanding. So this should come off. I don't know.
Yes, it looks like that's what we've got here as for PTI.
All right.
And finally, Your Honor, Ms. Jennifer Nolan was on the docket. She has case numbers 25 CF 1194, 25 CF 2458, and 26 CF 0250. Your Honor, she pled on 513 to all three of those cases.
She pled on 5, so
All three of those cases were concluded on 513. Yes, Your Honor.
all right.
I think that concludes my business.
For Candace Murphy, we do not have a copy of the PTI, just the notice.
Okay, I will check with Officer Keene and see if we can get it filed. She told me she had it last time we were in here, so I think it just needs to be filed. And then, Your Honor, finally, Mr. Scott Neal, that is the one we were going to do the pretrial. I have a signed copy. I've asked my office to e-file it, so it should be e-filed today.
All right.
And I believe that concludes my business.
You want to have a status on Thursday, just to make sure that it clears the clerk system?
Yeah, we can do that, Your Honor.
That's Neil
Yes, Your Honor.
Scott Allen, correct?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Scott Allen Neil.
Yes, Your Honor. Correct. That's 22 CF 0586 for the record.
Now, we're going to take a short comfort break before we do that.
On Murphy, it was e-filed by Keene.
Okay. We're going to take 10 minutes at this time.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
10 minutes.